Hello everybody, in today's video is the long-awaited VCube 4. Now I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard that I don't want to advertise VCubes on my page anymore in this manner, as in unboxing their stuff, but you guys asked for it, and I gotta be honest, I'm a little curious about this. Some of the videos I've seen, it actually looks pretty decent, so I'm willing to give it a shot. I asked VCubes if we could, settle things and have a second chance before, so they said no, but I mean, that doesn't mean that I have to, continue what I was doing, so I still have my opinions about them, but I will review their products, obviously. I mean, I am a reviewing channel and all, so. And a Speedcuber, and if it's good and it's the best, I'll use it, right? All right, so how does this open here? There we go. Open this up. So here's the core pieces, I think, and the actual pieces. All right, so 2 bags, that's a little bit confusing. Anyway, so yeah, let's go ahead and open this up and dump out all these pieces. All right. They give a lot of stickers. Why do they give white ones? I guess just generic. They'll give you like a black set and a white set, sort of like my Crazy Pill. If you buy the sticker set, you get black and a white, depending on what color you get. I don't think that they separate them for the colors. They just, stickers are so cheap that they just throw them in. All right. So these are all the pieces. So I'm going to go through these pieces one at a time. I'm sure we've all seen stuff like this already from the knockoffs, but so that's a corner, and I wonder if there are caps. I hope there are caps. Is that a cap? I don't know if that's a cap for this. Let's see here. All right, I'm just gonna look through this. So I think that's a cap right there. It says VCube on it. I believe that would be a cap for this. And it is. Okay, good. It's a cap, but it's got a lip. Okay, this is what I don't understand about the VCube 3 and now the VCube 4. So you put a cap in, but now there's a lip, okay? There's a lip. It doesn't, it's too recessed in and pieces catch, but I mean, it caught on the VCube 3, and that was part of my turning it into a Guhong mod, was I rounded that off, but I just don't get why they do that. Like, is it really hard to level it out? I don't know. Hopefully it's not a problem in this one, though. I've seen reviews and it doesn't seem to be. These are cores. These are extra cores. All right, I just want to take a look in this bag first before I continue. All right, so this is actual screws. That's probably for a VCube 5. VCube 6 and a VCube 7. Alright, so if you guys remember in my VCube 3 unboxing or whatever that I had deleted, VCubes had sent me some replacements, cores, and they sent me rivets instead of screws, and I still believe they did that on purpose just to kind of give me the finger for the things I was doing, but I see that they have now sent me the proper ones. Too bad I don't have them because I don't use them. Oh well, so let's go ahead. So yeah, we've got the corners. Go ahead and zoom up again. The corners. And then this is a center. So let me find a cap. So this is a center cap. So this goes on, guessing like this. All right, so that's a center cap, and now you can see that this gets slid around that. So we have the X-Cube mechanism, no surprise. But yeah, they took the X-Cube mechanism. Anyways, enough of that. Let's go through. And I bought the flat version because I don't like pillowed cubes, and I also bought the black because I don't like white. And I bought it in DIY, one, because I want to be able to put it together myself, tension it, lube it, all that kind of stuff, and two, I just plain don't trust V-Cubes to assemble puzzles. I mean, somebody already got a V-Cube 4 with one of these pieces missing. I mean, come on, really? Is it that hard? Look at the flashing on there too, you see that? But yeah, and then in my V-Cube 3, the pieces were actually glued together. I have zero trust in them for assembling my puzzles, so. Anyway, I don't want this to be a V-Cube rant, but. Okay. What are some of the other pieces here? Let's go for an edge. So this is an edge piece. Just like that. And then we've got multiple springs. Probably different, yeah, I can see here we've got light ones. I think that's a bit too light. You can see the difference between them, right? This one's thicker, this one's thinner. I don't know which one I'll use. The thing is, right, is that you have a tension, and if you have really thin springs and you like it a certain way, you're going to end up compressing it more and keeping everything closer to the center to get that tension if you like it here. However, on this one, to get this tension here, you really only got to go down to like this much. So then your cube will be kind of looser, but the same tension. You know what I mean? So I don't know which one I'll do. I'll have to make that decision. But anyways, that's all the pieces. I am going to go and assemble this whole thing, and then I will sticker it with these, I believe. I have my own set, but I want you guys to see what you get, right? So I'll sticker it with these, and then I will come back after some solves and give you my first impressions. All right, see you in a bit. All right, so now it's stickered and it's assembled and lubed and all that, and it's actually been about 4 or 5 days. I don't know exactly how many days, but if you've been following me on Facebook, then you'll know that it's been a while since I've had this. I posted about it days ago. And the reason I've waited so long to upload it, one, because I'm not really motivated to upload a V-Cube video, and two, because I wanted to be able to make this review without my opinion of V-Cube affecting my actual review, because I'm sure a lot of you guys know, not all of you, because not, you know, a lot of people are new, but I don't like the V-Cube company for personal reasons, and I really don't want that to affect this review. So I really made a good, educated, you know, long thought out decision on this review before I made it. So even editing the very first part, I just finished editing the very first unboxing part that you saw, and I just didn't sound really into it. And I want to give you guys my review on this, but it's not going to be much of a review because I honestly don't really like the cube very much, and it has nothing to do with my opinion of V-Cube. I just don't think it's that great of a cube. But that's just me. That's my personal style. I know like people like Convinza, she said, you know, just solve it a bunch of times, it gets better. I have solved it a bunch of times. I just don't like it. I'm sure a lot of people do like it, but I don't. It's not bad. And I'm going to tell you why I do and don't like it, what's good and what's bad about it. I first want to tell you that V-Cubes do not target speed cubers, okay? They target the world. They're a business. They go to toy fairs. You know, they try to get their stuff in Toys R Us. They try to get their stuff in, you know, Walmart if they could. I'm sure. There's a mall near me called Metrotown, and they sell V-Cubes in a little store of games called Mind Games. You know, so we don't see ShengShou products in these stores. You know, ShengShou's, they're companies who make real legitimate speed cubes, like Diane, ShengShou, all these kind of people. They target speed cubers, you know, they're not targeting the entire world. Whereas V-Cubes, I'll tell you this, Verdes told me personally, Konstantinos Verdes told me personally that they're not targeting speed cubers. If the speed cubers are on their side, then that's really cool. But they're targeting the world, and their goal, V-Cube's goal, is to push out the Rubik's brand name, because everybody in the world knows about the Rubik's Cube, and they want to replace the Rubik's brand with the V-Cube brand. I understand that from a business point of view. I personally think that's a little bit arrogant, but I mean, it's competition. You know what I mean? Nobody else has actually done that. There's Rubik's. Of course, there's going to be a second one in time. It's kind of smart of them to do that, to be honest. I think it's a little bit arrogant the way he worded it to me, though. But anyways, so that's why this cube would be very, very good for a non-speed. This is like as a commercially made cube that's going to go worldwide. This is going to be the best. Okay, period. And that's what they're trying to do, be the best cube. But they never said the speed cubers. They just said the best in the world. And that's what they're kind of trying to do, And in a lot of people's eyes, they are the best in the world because not everybody's a speed cuber. In our eyes, yeah, they're probably not the best in the world. ShengShou has definitely taken over. But, the rest of the world doesn't know of ShengShou. Anyway, so that's a little bit of history for you. Now on to the cube itself. I'll talk about the good things first. Now the good things, that's a pretty smooth cube. Assembling was a little bit tricky, but I already know how to assemble because I've assembled an X cube before. That's basically what this is, just a spherical design of it. But it's the mechanism, the alignment mechanism, that's a little bit tricky if you don't know what you're doing. And I've done it before on X cube, so it's fine. Now, the turning is really, really smooth, but it's not as smooth as ShengShou, I can tell you that. My ShengShou is actually over here, still in pieces from my explosion video. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But yeah, it's definitely not as smooth as ShengShou. It's not as fast either. Maybe if I broke it in for a year, like you usually have to do with V cubes, it might get there, or maybe some modding. I don't know. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people modding it. So the turning is okay, and it never comes out of alignment. I'll give it that. It's actually really good with that. Now the corner cutting is unbelievable. It's probably the best corner cutting I've ever tried on a 4x4. Like, it's so good. If I could have my ShengShou cut like this, I mean, my ShengShou can cut this much, just not this effortlessly. I mean, it's really good, and not just there, but everywhere, right down the middle. It's maybe not so much there. But yeah, it's a very, very good cube for corner cutting, but it's got zero reverse corner cutting. Like, if you're in an algorithm and it gets caught on a corner, you are stuck. And so you've really got to learn to be accurate, almost overturning, with your algorithms. Now, of course, I've had some time. At first, it was locking up a lot more. Now I've gotten used to the puzzle, so it's locking up less because I'm being more accurate with it, which I guess is a good thing because I'm learning more accuracy. So maybe it's a training cube. I don't know, but so that's a really good thing about it as well. That the corner, it corner cuts really well. And the other good thing is the stickers. I really like the stickers. It's a good contrast. It's a little bit close to what I use on my speed cubes. Sort of like that sky light blue. It's really nice against the light green, and the orange is pretty light as well with a regular yellow, red, and white. So it's pretty close, so I actually like that. I'm not one for logos, but I put this on so you guys can see what you're going to get if you buy it, of course. And I gotta be honest, that's about it for good. Now I'm going to go through the bad stuff. Now, you remember, see if I can find it, right here on the cap, right, there's a lip. The cap is recessed into the body, and I said, I wonder if that's going to be a problem. And for me it is, for you it might not be, and I'm going to explain why. So the cap is right inside here, okay? So sometimes if I'm turning like this and I go to do this, my nail gets in there and it actually gets caught, and it kind of hurts my finger. It tries to pull the nail off the skin, And it's, if I keep my nails really short, of course, but I have to trim my nails like every day for this not to happen. And it only happens here because the cap's only on this side. If it was to go here, it wouldn't, because there's no cap in here, right? It's in here. So but the thing is that you have a 1 in 3 chance on every corner of that to happen. And a lot of the time, yeah, my fingernail catches in there and it hurts. So it's unmotivating to use. As a result, it keeps my fingernails short, but it's just kind of a nuisance. It's kind of annoying, to be honest. And the other thing too is this clicking sound that you get in the center caps. Now I've been looking at VCube's Facebook page. I actually check it out once in a while just to see their updates and also see what people are saying about their cubes. And other people have had this issue as well. And I'm going to show you what happens. All right, so it's one of these center caps. You don't know which one yet, but okay, so there it is right there. All right, so I am going to turn the mic a little bit away from me to the cube so you can hear this. Okay, you hear that? Now I'm sure you can see it as well. This center cap right here, keep an eye on this one. As I turn it, you can see it raise up, right? And the more that you have it misaligned, the higher it raises and the louder it snaps. Even a slight raise, so even just like this, right? But it doesn't happen here because we're keeping these flat, you see, we're keeping these together. But if I go here, we're separating them. So now you can see in the back, it's raising up. And this happens on all sides. And it's just really, really annoying while you're solving. Okay, so I don't know if I can get some sounds. You can hear just like clack, 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 clack. And it kind of like, you can feel it in the cube. Turn the mic back. You can feel it happening in the cube, okay? So as you're solving, you can feel the snapping going on, and it's distracting you physically, you know, your hands. It's distracting. It keeps your mind off of what you're trying to solve, you know, and then the sound, click, clack, click, click, click. It's like, it's just irritating, to be honest. And I don't know why they did that, and it's obviously an error. You know, they didn't catch that. The pillowed version doesn't have that. It doesn't have the same problem. All right, so maybe that's why they released the pillowed one first, you know. Either that or it's a classic marketing thing, you know. Release the one that people don't really want first, but they can't have, you know, they can't wait to get it. So they buy the pillowed one, even though they don't really want it. And then when the flat comes out, they buy that. So VCubes get another sale from it. That's a classic sales technique. And people fall for it all the time. That's why they do it. That's probably why they did that. You know, the VCube conspiracy side of me says they did it because they wanted some good reviews of the puzzle before they started showing that kind of crap. But yeah, I don't really have a whole lot more to say about the puzzle, to be honest. I'm going to give you guys a solve. All right, so let's just go ahead and give it a quick solve. Now, I'm not good at solving 4x4 behind the camera because I'm looking through the viewfinder, so I don't know what it's going to be. I'm not even going to time it. I just want to see if you guys, well, I don't know if there's going to be lockups. I haven't solved in a few days, but a couple days. Anyways, so let's just go ahead and solve it. That's a bad cross, or bad centers. All right, so now you can hear it going snap, 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 right? It's just not good in my opinion. Where is this? All right. Now I average 115 now on the 4x4, so. But not on this. I actually average about 150. Whoops, backwards. Well, what am I doing here? You know, it's weird. I find that I can find F2L a lot faster on a 4x4 than on a 3x3. I may not be able to execute it faster, but I can look ahead a lot more. Oh yeah, that's another thing I'm going to show you guys. Alright, so there's a solve, but I want to show you guys as well the middle slices. Alright, They don't lock up like they do on the ShengShou. There's no mod needed for this. All right, same with the doubles. Right, it works pretty well. So as you can see, it's not a terrible cube. I just don't think it's as good as ShengShou. And honestly, I think any serious user of 4x4, any seriously fast solvers, they might not really hate the V-Cube, but I don't think they're going to use it in competition, to be honest. And I honestly don't recommend it for competition. Use the ShengShou. It's so much faster. It's just faster, you know, if it's properly modded, of course. Anyways, guys, this little center issue is bothering me, and I think that I have come up with a really, really good mod in order to fix this problem. So you can be expecting that video upcoming pretty soon. Alright, anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.